Hey, what's up, everyone? DREAGEN here with
Ashley.
back in front of the trailer reaction. This one for the new Spider-Man Homecoming trailer is the third one. Again, I keep saying, man, these trailers are coming out fast, but I always forget. There's actually a lengthy period of time, but there's just so much movie stuff coming out all the time now that you kind of you forget about one. Then
well, the last one was a month ago, so it wasn't that long ago.
I guess not, but it's like, oh, but I guess Marvel's really trying to. This technically kind of sort of is the next big Marvel movie. I know it's like a Sony collaboration, but anyway, let's go ahead and check it out.
Here we go.
Good evening, Peter.
Whoa.
You have 576 possible web shooter combinations.
That is awesome.
Wow.
I can keep that suit?
Yeah, doesn't fit me.
When's our next retreat?
What, next mission? We'll call you. All right?
That's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you.
Still love that guy.
All right, kid. Good luck out there.
Hey, Peter. You coming tonight? I can't tonight. I got the Stark internship. What's up, guys? Mr. Stark, here's my report for tonight. I stopped the Grand Theft bicycle. Hey, could you do me a favor? Hold on to that. Is this anybody's bike? Oh, I helped this old lady and she bought me a churro. So, that was nice. I just feel like I could be doing more.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. Hulk gives it away. New move I'm working on? Not bad.
God, this feels so strange.
These weapons are crazy dangerous.
Listen, Peter, there are people who handle this sort of thing. Can't you just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Activating parachute.
Man, his suit's got it all.
The world's changing, boys. It's time we change too.
This is my chance to prove myself. We have a Spanish quiz.
You gotta get better at this part of the job.
I don't understand.
Hey!
I'm intimidated.
Oh, hey, guys.
Jesus.
My friends are up there.
Hey, where are you going? What are you hiding, Peter? I'm just kidding, I don't care. Bye.
There's a ton of other subsystems in here, but they're all disabled by the training wheels protocol.
I'm sick of Mr. Stark treating me like a kid.
But you are a kid.
Yeah, a kid who can stop a bus with his bare hands.
Wow.
Lots of stuff this time.
Yeah. Oh, also too, by this point, I'm sure they have more of the visual effect shots done, so they can actually show us more. No, I mean, again, similar vibe to the previous trailer. Again, it feels very much like a here's gonna be a really weird reference, but a little Attack of the Clones kind of vibe where it's like student really wants to break out and is kind of annoyed that mentor is stricter than him, because I don't think Spider-Man's gonna go evil and murder a bunch of younglings, but unless that'd be a great way, a segue for him. No, hold on, stick with me here. This would be a great segue into if he ever got the symbiote. I know like Tom Hardy just got cast to play Venom, but if they really are gonna link the two together, like hey, the Spider-Man suit's got all these training wheel protocols, and Tony Stark's not gonna take it off because you're still a kid, and and then he gets the symbiote, which is the symbiote, and the symbiote will let him do whatever he wants. So he goes power, because I know that's what happens. He gets the black suit, but the symbiote starts affecting his mind, making him more violent, making him more aggressive, kind of fueling his lust for power and strength, and basically it's like takes him down the dark side. So within the context of the movie continuity, that would actually be very interesting. Tony Stark, like you said, he gives him a cool suit, but he's not letting him do as much as he could do because he's a kid. Get annoyed, rebellious teenager, sick and tired of that. So what does he do? He gets this, this nice flashy new suit that gives him everything he thinks he wants, but then you see the price that it comes at. So that would be cool. That would be cool. But anyway, speaking of just this trailer, I like it.
Yeah, I definitely like it. I like how the suit isn't just a suit now. It's like super, like.
I mean, I know Peter Parker, I
never thought he had a fancy super suit like that. I
mean, there's been a lot of different continuity issues where he gets different kinds of suits. I know in the correct me if I'm wrong, but like Peter Parker, because of his intelligence, he was able to kind of do stuff with the suit, but it seems like, while he's probably still a smart guy, it seems like for this new Marvel, MCU
Well, it
continuity.
makes sense that it would be Stark anyway.
Well, yeah, because rather than just make Peter Parker the super techie on his own, it's like, well, this is a great way to kind of segue him into like the larger MCU.
Well,
like
he's supposed to be like what, like 15, 16?
I think
17.
I know the
most,
movies
maybe?
have always made him like, okay,
Older, like college.
yeah, because the actors were always like 30. But yeah, basically they're all like my age. Hey, I can be 16, right?
But
walking to algebra class, yo. But no, yeah. But in this one, they're actually making him a high school student, which I know in the comics that's how he initially started out. He was a kid, and I like.
And again, he even says that in the trailer. Well, treat me like a kid.
Well, you are, yeah, exactly. That's the difference between the other guys. You're literally like the first like legit child. You have these powers, but it's just kind of a weird situation where the only reason why you're even involved in any of this is because this happened to happen to you.
Yeah.
But if it was anybody else, you would have not been the choice for this.
X-Men.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, hey, they don't own the rights to that. But so
maybe if this does well, they'll somehow give him up.
Sign a deal with Fox. Oh, Fox is never gonna give up X-Men. They will freaking walk barefoot through hell before they do that.
Collab.
And who knows? Maybe they will. I mean, it looks like it's gonna work out for Sony very nice. So maybe Fox will be like, hey, now that we don't have Hugh Jackman anymore, could you maybe? But no. So, but yeah, I mean, I like, and again, I like how they're able to work in maybe components of the MCU now. Like, okay, like his suit, because I've always said it's like, okay, he's this young kid, he gets superpowers, but why does he suddenly have a suit? I've always wanted to wonder, like, if I got superpowers, my first thought would be like, I know what I need to do now. I'm going to go to Joann Fabrics and put together a suit. It's like, no, I wouldn't do that. I would maybe throw on
First you have to design it.
Yeah, I would.
Do your mock-ups.
I would throw on like a ski mask and like just go punch people. Like, again, that's why I like the Netflix shows where these are the ground-based superheroes who are not part of like some kind of, they're not part of S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever. So what do? They throw on a hoodie, they wear jeans, they just go on.
Except Daredevil eventually got his fancy suit, but that was made for him.
And I think it was honestly because, again, he kept getting like that nickname and stuff like that, so he just kind of played into like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. Like, Luke Cage just put on his Sunday best and went around Harlem bitch slapping people. Like, Jessica Jones looks like a freaking grunge girl from the 90s. They're not. They're like, hey, we have these powers, but we're not superheroes.
I was gonna say, to be fair, that's their Netflix counterparts. Like, they had costumes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But
but obviously Spider-Man, you can't just do Peter Parker in a hoodie, as
he's too known.
He's too iconic. So I like how then they explain why he has a super suit, because it's not really his idea. It looks like earlier too, we saw him kind of like in a PJs kind of get up, which probably was what he was wearing before. And Tony Stark's like, good God Almighty, you look stupid as hell. Here, put this on. But I like that. So it's a collaboration. And by doing that too, like, Stark is kind of watching out for him. I don't know.
Well, and I think it's too because Stark is like your young kid. Like, you can't jump into the stuff ahead of time,
Well, yeah, and honestly, he probably, by being in the Avengers, he's seen what lies ahead for this kid. He's probably saying, don't rush into this, It looks great on the news, we're saving the world, but it's a rough job. Enjoy these, purse snatching years while you can, because it's, when it's life or death, it's life or death. And I do like all that. Like, it shows you, like, he kind of feels more like a Netflix superhero a little, because, again, he's doing really ground-based stuff, and I like that, because it shows, like, because I was always like, well, why Spider-Man and not Luke Cage? I still think Luke Cage would be more helpful in the Avengers than Spider-Man, but who knows? We might get them eventually. Oh,
you got a fluffer.
We got a feather duster here. But yeah, no, I dig it. I like how the villains, how they're basically explaining it is like, listen, one thing begets the other. So as we're getting superheroes, well, bad guys are gonna start getting more advanced. And it started off with the big supervillains, but now it's kind of trickling down to street-based crimes where guys are now getting super suits. What do you think, Tally? What do you think? Super suit or no super suit? She's a DC fan. She doesn't care. But yeah, no. So I don't know. I like it. I like how they're working it, and it looks like it's going to be a really fun movie, because with the exception of something like Guardian, even though Guardians got heavy in this last one, now they're ramping up towards Thanos and all that. It's gonna get heavy, right? Which I enjoy those movies, but in the midst of all that, it's kind of nice that we still get kind of maybe a more lighthearted superhero one, just a little bit, But even though I'm sure after this movie it's gonna be all like soon, but I don't know. I dig it. I like it. We're going to go see it. It's got our money, as I'm sure it has all of yours as well.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what did you guys think? Did you like it? I'd imagine by now you're either on board or you're not, and, you know, you're probably on board. But what did you think? Did you like the banter? Do you like kind of like the Tony Stark, Peter Parker kind of weird father-son banter?
I was going to say, yeah, it's kind of like...
They're playing that, which I dig. I like that.
I do, too.
I like that, you know. I don't know. It's like the cool dad who's still cool, and like the kid's kind of in his shadow, but trying to live up to him. I know. I like that. I think it's creative. It's just gonna be fun to see those two play off each other.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping Tony Stark's in the movie a lot. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Are we seeing most of the clips with him in it? And then
I don't know if you saw the poster they just released for this because everyone was kind of ripping on it, ironically. But I saw when they released the trailer, so they did a new poster, and it's got like, because everyone's saying it looks like a bad Photoshop job, because it's got like Stark and Parker and Michael Keaton on Vulture, I guess.
Yeah.
And it shows them like in the normal outfits, and then they're like superhero outfits, or I guess villain. And then you have like Aunt May, I think, on there. But yeah, everyone was like, it just looks like a bad like Photoshop collab picture. I forgot where I was going with this, but
at this point, Mark.
Oh, but I was gonna say, obviously Stark was huge on the poster, so I'm sure he's gonna be in it a lot.
You know, I mean, I think.
But even like that last trailer, I remember the last shot was, you know, Stark and.
Well, I think the end of the movie, you're gonna have. I don't think you're gonna see really. I mean, you'll probably see. I know there's that one scene where you see Iron Man talk. I think most at the end of the movie, it's gonna be Iron Man, Spider-Man, like teaming up really. But I think you're going to see maybe Tony Stark kind of sprinkled in just a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
I think we've seen most of his scenes, honestly, in the trailer.
Yeah.
And it's which is fun because it's a Spider-Man movie. So establish it Stark, yeah, but don't let it be an Iron Man movie. As much as I like that, it's like Iron Man can shine in his movie, have him sprinkled in some good comedic effect, but let Spider, because this is the new Spider-Man, so let's really let him kind of establish himself, and you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, we liked it, and I'm sure most of you do too. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel. I will leave a link in the description section below as always, and give us some of your thoughts, you know, feelings, concerns. We'll try to jump in and, you know, join in the conversation. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.